welcome to the Yarn and You Girl podcast. I'm Janine, your host, also known as Yarn and You Girl, and this is my channel where I talk about all the crafty things that I'm getting involved with. Thank you so much for joining me. Mostly I talk about knitting, sometimes some crochet, sometimes some cross stitch, so I hope that's what you're interested in. If not, I'm sure there's lots of other podcasts out there that will suit your fancy, but that's what mine's about, so welcome. It is October 1st, Monday, and I still am kind of reeling over the fact that it's October. It feels like, I know it's such a cliche to say it's going so fast, but I remember when my parents, when I was younger and my parents were my age, and they would say, oh, it just time flies, and I always felt like as the child that the time never flew, that it took forever to get things done, and now it's blinking away, and it's kind of scary. So I get that realization that they were talking about when I was a child. It's a little frightening, but we are getting into the cooler, drizzlier weather here in the Pacific Northwest, so that means I get to wear all my hand knits, so I'm very excited about that. I love myself a warm sweater or a warm shawl or wool socks, or pretty much wrap me up in wool and I'm good. So yeah, let's just get started. I don't have any business, well, all right, let me try that again. I do have a little bit of business to talk about. I am going to be at the Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival again this year. It is normally held in November, but this year they're holding it in 3 weeks in Puyallup at the Washington State Fairgrounds. So if you're in the area or you want to come by and see my booth and say hi, I would love it. I have been frantically dyeing lots and lots of yarn for that, and I've been working on, some of my designs and stuff. I don't think any of them, the newest ones, won't be ready for that particular festival, but I will have lots of yarn and my other designs as well for purchase there and yarn to go with it. So come by, say hi. It's October, I believe it's 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's that week, and it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm going to be dyeing lots and lots of yarn up until that point. So I'm excited to get a podcast in too, because it's been 3 weeks and I've been trying to hit the 3-week mark at least and not letting myself go longer than that. But like today, I have so much going on. It's crazy. I have to go to my kids' school this afternoon to start our first crochet granny square lesson. So I'm very excited about that and a little nervous. I am going to be the only one there, which I, over the summer, got together with some of the moms to try to teach them how to do this granny square so that I wouldn't be the only one there. However, it turns out that today I will be. So I'm going to have the teacher break the kids into small groups of 4 maybe, and then I'll just work with each group individually and kind of move around. And if I don't get to everybody today, at least I'll get all the yarn passed out and the crochet hooks passed out. And if I don't get to everybody today, then I will come back on Friday, and then I will come back again. And I'm planning on making myself available for the kids at the school, like during a recess time or something once a week, so that if they have questions or they're not doing well on their square and they need some help, they can come and ask me. So that's what's going on today. So I was trying to get in a podcast, and then I also got up super early this morning, did my workout and started dyeing yarn right away. So it's been a little crazy, and it's only 10 o'clock and I've already been that super busy. But anyway, that's a bit about the only business stuff that's going on. Is the show coming up in October that normally would have been in November. So I'm only doing 2 shows so far this year. I've got myself on a wait list for a couple others, but they're a little harder to get into, I guess, maybe smaller, and already have a large, group, but I'm trying. I'm getting out there. And obviously you can find me on the internet if you want to find my yarn. It's yarnandew.com. And yeah, anyway, So that's enough of that. Let's move on to finished objects or actual knitting content. And I do have a couple finished objects today. Kind of exciting. I'm yawning in my, sorry about that. So the first one is a whip well, it was a whip. It's no longer a whip. I did finally finish my Exploration Station by Stephen West. So this is the Exploration Station. It is ginormous, of course, and it is knit in the main colors. The main three colors are Ritual Dyes. I don't remember all the colors. I know one of them, the purple one, is Belladonna, and one of them is Forage. I don't remember what the other one is. And then this teal blue is Hazelnut's Artisan Sock. And I don't know the color of that as well. But I really like how it turned out. The last time you guys saw it, I think I was just starting maybe this section here. But honestly, I liked this garter section the best. I think it was because I liked the way the two colors melded. They made like this soft pinky gray almost. And I really thought that was beautiful. And that is the light, like beige base one, and then the red based one, and it just turned out so great. I was really happy and pleased with the color melding. It's so hard sometimes with some of those marled projects or the projects that you work two colors together closely. It's very difficult to tell what the color is going to be like, at least I think. So anyway, I really liked how that one turned out. And then obviously I finished the teal border here. So it is so huge and squishy, and it looks really, really pretty on. It's a great size, very easy to do for the most part. I know people get a little scared about the brioche, but honestly it's short rows and yarn overs and a little brioche, some slipping, and then garter again. I mean, it's not hard. This section, this brioche section, is basic two color brioche. There's no increases or decreases really that you have to worry about. It's just the rib. So I highly recommend this one. I had a lot of fun with it. It does have an I-cord bind off, so that takes a little bit of extra time, but the finished edge is really nice. I did have a little bit of trouble, and I think other people have had problems with patterns that have I-cord, so it has an I-cord edge. And this top here, the start, to get that I-cord to sort of lay flat and run down both sides of the project, there's a little bit of a tricky bit you have to do in the beginning, and I did not do that very well. I don't know if it could have been written better or if it was just my understanding. I mean, I think I ended up having to do it twice, and it looks okay now that I blocked it out, but it had kind of this like peaky bump here for a while. But I did block it out, and it turned out okay. There's still a little bit of a blip, but you know, honest, nobody's gonna see it, and it was fine. But that starting part, I have trouble with, and I don't know if it was just me or if it was the pattern. Probably just me. So, but for what it's worth, that was a little tricky. But the rest of it was, I thought, very simple and well done. And yeah, I'm glad I finished it. I had a lot of fun working on it when it was in process, and I thought the whole time I was thinking, oh, wouldn't this be cool with like multiple different colors? Not a particular A, B, and C, but every section something different, every stripe something different. That would be really cool. So it might happen. Something like that might happen in the future. I don't know, but I'm not keen on making a second one right now. But if you were looking to do one and you had all these scrappy leftovers, that would be a really awesome way to use them. So I think this was knit on a US size 6, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It was fun, and I'm looking forward to wearing it. I was wearing it out this morning, and somebody already complimented me on it, so that was kind of cool, because I like it when I wear things and people are like, oh, that's such a pretty sweater, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I made it. I know. You can't get one of those anywhere else. Anyway, yeah. So that is my finished Exploration Station by Stephen West. Now, the next couple projects I have that are finished are ones that are my own design. This first one, I have not woven the ends in, and I have not blocked it. It really needs to be blocked. And I did it more for a pattern to show, like at the show. This is a pattern that I've had out for a while. It's called Snow-Kissed Mountains Cowl, and it's a combination of some garter, some baubles, and some lace. And it's been out for a while, and my actual sample one I gave away as a gift, like the one I knit to create the pattern I gave away as a knit, or as a gift. And it was in the beginning of my pattern writing forays. And, you know, the layout of the pattern isn't as nice as I would like it to be. I plan on fixing that. The picture on the front highlights my face and not the pattern. So I wanted to... I might change that out a little bit too. I mean, obviously it was very new at pattern design, but it is still one of my patterns. It's available, and I wanted to have a sample knit up for the show. So, the pattern is supposed to be done in worsted weight yarn, and I just did it in my DK weight because that's what I had. And again, I wanted to showcase yarn that I had and the pattern. So Snow-Kissed Mountains Cowl, and I did it in I did the small loop. There's a bigger loop, and obviously when it's blocked it'll be a little bit wider, but that's the lace and bauble pattern. And so it's more like a turtle. That's a more true color, kind of. The color in here is not that great. I'm in a different spot today because I'm dyeing yarn while I'm doing this, and so I wanted to be able to kind of keep an eye on it if I needed to. I didn't want to be locked upstairs in my room. But anyway, so this is on my Gumdrop Mountain colorway. Let me see if I can get the ball. Oh, of course I don't have the ball right here. It might be more indicative of the color, but it's this like aqua, light aqua with flecks of hot pink and orange and purple and green throughout. It's washing out a bit, but that is one. Again, I need to block it and weave in the ends, but I think once it's blocked, it'll be really nice at least to showcase the pattern. The first one I made, and I would have done this, but I didn't really want to spend that much time. I like the bigger loops. I'm not usually a huge fan of the small loop cowls, but I wanted just to have one that was quick. So next time, if I made one, or if I made one that was not a sample, I would probably make it a double loop to wear it around. Like I said, I think this one's a little, not being blocked, it kind of doesn't lay like I think it should, but I think that's just a matter of the blocking part of it. But the colors are really pretty, and again, it was a good option to showcase the pattern. So that is the second finished object. I have fuzz on my lip, of course. Ugh, hate that. Okay, and then the third finished object is in the same colorway, and this is a new hat pattern that I decided I would work on. I finished my I've been in kind of a funk on what to make lately. I've been doing a lot of my own designs, and I finished this Stephen West cowl or whatever shawl, and I just wasn't really sure what to knit next. There's a bunch of sweaters that I want to do, of course. I don't have any of the yarn caked up, and so that has been deterring me from starting them because it takes a long time to wind up yarn. It's a pain. And so I've been going for quick, easy patterns where the yarn is already caked or it's something in my stash, whatever. So here I am. Yeah. So I don't know. I wasn't sure what to make. So anyway, I decided to cast on for a hat, and this is a new hat pattern that I came up with on the fly, sort of. So it is in the same Gumdrop Mountain colorway. It is a super slouchy lace hat. The pattern is being written up right now as we speak. I have most of the charts done. I just have to work out the decreases to make sure that they're done correctly. But it's gonna have a big pom-pom on it as well to kind of bring down the slouch. But I really liked it. I love the color. I think this particular yarn color is so fun. And yeah, I'm going to put a big pom-pom on top and have it slouch down. So I'm doing a second one right now in, excuse me, I have the like super frog in my throat lately. Super frog, not just regular frog, like super. He's got a cape and everything. Yeah, so I'm going to make a big pom-pom to put it on the back just to give it a little bit of weight to pull the slouch down. But I like it. I like how it turned out. It's just in, again, my DK weight base in the Gumdrop Mountain colorway. And it was very fun. It knit up extremely quickly. And yeah, so I'm going to be getting this ready for testing. So if people are wanting to test this, please let me know. I am putting together kind of a list of people for that. I'm not quite ready for this one, but I am ready for testers for the one behind me. So we'll move on, to that in just a minute. But yeah, very fast, one skein project, so squishy. I am super happy with the way this turned out. So I'm doing another one right now to get the kinks worked out of it. But my Cooperspur pullover is ready for test knitters. I have had it edited and kind of looked at it to make sure that the numbers all work out. I've gone over it multiple times with red pen, and I think I've got it all situated. So I am looking for testers. The sizes are... Yeah, I'm going to want people to take their size based off of the bottom of the sweater measurement, because there's a lot of ease in the top part, but it's not really like a true chest measurement, because it encompasses, like, the measurement across here encompasses like your arms as well, because of the way that the sweater pattern is written. There's no real definitive arm line or underarm to determine how big the chest area is. So you want to pick a size where the bottom of the sweater, and it sits right above your hips, so not at your hips but more at your waist, maybe low waist. So measure your waist and then pick a size where the bottom measurement fits your waist with maybe a couple inches of ease, because it is meant to have a little bit of freedom of movement, a little bit of ease built in. And as long as you've fit this size properly and your chest is proportionate to that, there's going to be a lot of room in that area, but that top area has to encompass your arms. So if you are measuring to see if it will fit, it's almost like a measurement around your chest and your arms as well. So you want to make sure that it does fit in that area also, but the sizing should go off of the bottom of the sweater. So I have a small, or extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, and double extra large. Let me go get the actual like measurements so I can tell you kind of what in inches that is for the bottom of the sweater. So if people are interested and you want to know what size you might be, this will be able to tell you that. So hang on. Okay, so hip measurements or waist measurements for the Cooperspur pullover. For extra small, it'd be 37 inches or 94 centimeters. For the small, it's 39 inches or 99 centimeters. Medium, 42 inches or 107 centimeters. Large, 44 inches, 112 centimeters. Extra large, 46 inches, 117 centimeters, and extra large, 49 inches, or 124 centimeters. So those are the sizes that I have available. Again, you want to base it off of your waist size and give yourself like a couple inches of positive ease down there, because you'll have more at the chest area, but it's supposed to kind of hang on you, like, and not be form-fitted at all. So if you're interested, let me know. It is done, my pattern here, the one I did, is done in Brooklyn Tweed Loft and I think it uses, what did I say, a size 4. Let me look on my yeah, US size 4, and then optional crochet hook in a US E or a 3.5 millimeter, and that's just for finishing the trim of the neckline. It doesn't have a very definite like edging, but it's, so you could leave it raw. It depends on what you like. There, because of some of the increases and because of some of the decreases here, it stair steps a little bit, but you can't really tell. But it looks better if it has a little bit of a finished edge. So I just single crocheted around the finished edge of mine, or around the raw edge of mine, to give it like a more finished look. And that's an optional thing if you want to do that. So, or you could do like an I-cord edge or whatever. I've got like my directions say single crochet. You don't know how to single crochet, I might be ending probably doing a tutorial of some sort about how to do that around the edge when I work on my second one. So when I get to that part, I will do a video tutorial on how to do the single crochet edge around. But it's not required to know that to do the pattern. It is required. You probably should know how to do, knit stitches. It's garter. It is garter knit flat, because, and you could potentially do this in the round, but because garter knit in the round is a big old pain in the, I did it flat, and then you have to seam it. So you'll make 2 pieces and you'll seam them together like along the shoulder line here, just at the top and the top of the arm, and then the underarm. Whoa, mannequin, don't fall over. Dangerous, scary. Anyway, and then on the underarm. So you should know how to mattress stitch or seam. But other than that, a little bit of that cross hatch, but I explained that in the pattern. And yeah. So let me know. I am on Ravelry. That's where you'll probably want to private message me, or private message me on Instagram. So Ravelry is yarnandewegirl, Instagram at yarnandew, and yeah, so send me a direct message. I guess they're not calling it private messages, PMs anymore, it's DMs. I don't know when that happened, but I'm still in the whole send me a private message thing, because I don't know what a DM means. No, I figured it out. But it changes, the jargon changes so often. So whatever, send me a message through Ravelry, or Instagram, and I will get you guys signed up and let you know if I still have space available. So that is the Cooperspur pullover, and I'm very, very excited to get it started. I am probably going to be, it doesn't take very long to make. It's a sweater, but it's very fast because most of it is garter. And so I will probably be giving through mid-November to the end of November. Right now it's mid-November, November 15th, but that depends. Probably it's going to be the end of November because today is October 1st. And my plan was to give you guys at least a month and a half, so it's most likely going to be till the end of November. So maybe right after the Thanksgiving holiday, I will want them completed. And to do the test knitting, I want you guys to make sure that if you're going to sign, let me know that you want to make it. Please stay in contact with me during that time. Send me updates. Let me know how things are going. I dislike having to, not knowing what's happening with my testers. I really want to feel like you guys are actually doing the project and that I'm not kind of waiting around, ho-humming, is there a problem with that size? Nobody is, giving me any feedback. So let me know, give me progress on where you are throughout. That would be great. And then please, please, please make a Ravelry finished objects page so that there will be patterns on that page so that people can see it and end up, seeing what other people made. It's nice if there's a couple patterns there on the Ravelry project page. So anyway, thanks. That's all I ask. Try to finish it in time and put up a finished objects page and keep in touch with me. Seems reasonable, I think. Anyway, so that's that one. Those are my finished objects for the last 3 weeks. It's not a whole lot. But, like I said, I've been having some not sure what I want to cast on next problems. So, now on to whips. The only whip. I have 2 whips. The only one that I've worked on, other than those finished objects, has been my Stitch Surfer sock. So the first one's, I've worked on 2 different ones. The first one's my Stitch Surfer sock. Again, this is still the first sock. I am so not in a sock mojo mood, but this one's actually quite slightly mindless, so I'm almost done. I'm just through the orange now, and I think I'm going to finish the repeat. So I started on the gray, and I went pink. It goes up to this dark blue, and then it goes gray again. So I'm thinking I will do one more color, and then I'll start the ribbing and do the last 2 colors in the ribbing, and that way it'll be a completed color cycle. So I'm excited, and then I can start the second one. It's so sad that it's only I've only gotten maybe this much done since you guys saw it last, but I'm working on other things. So, and I lied, I have started a couple other things, but there's minuscule stuff on them. Again, they've all gotten like an inch of work done. So that's my Stitch Surfer sock. The purple is, I always get this wrong. I always call this the wrong color. It's Lorna's Laces Shepherd Sock. Dang it, I can't remember. I always get the color wrong. I call it something else every time. Oh, Grapevine. Pretty sure this is Grapevine. The color I always want to call it is Grape Jelly, but it's not Grape Jelly. Grapevine, Lorna's Laces Shepherd Sock. And then this is Two Sister Yarn Co. Self-striping in the Michone color. And yeah, Two Sisters Yarn Co. you can find on Etsy. I carry some Lorna's Laces in my shop if you're looking for Lorna's Laces. Those are the 2 I paired together for my Stitch Surfer socks, and they're coming along slow and steady. That'll be I don't know, I'm not in a sock mood, but whatever. So I did start Seriously, that super frog is like flying around in my throat. I did start the hat again, and I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, so right now it's just this hat, slouchy hat. Everybody's got a slouchy hat name, right? So I started it in this Victory DK I had from Knitted Wit. I had bought this to go with my Starburst shawl by Stephen West, but I didn't end up using this color. I picked a different color to go with it. So this is Victory DK. I think I kept the ball band inside so I can tell you what the exact color is, because I don't remember, because this was a really long time ago that I bought this yarn. I'm even trying, I think I bought it at Twisted Yarn Company like when Stephen West actually came, which was probably 2 years ago now, at least. Oh, ha ha. The color, guess what the color is, guys? Blue. The color is blue. Nothing special. I could have said that without having to look at it. Color's blue. It's a 100% superwash merino, 280 yards, 4 ounces. Victory DK by Knitted Wit. And I just think that's hilarious. The color is just blue. All that work, I saved the ball tag and everything. But I just have the start of the rib going here. Nothing fancy. Look, I've knit my hair into it. Seriously, all of my projects have my hair knit into it. It's like my special little trademark. Okay, so that is the other whip, and then I have one more. Oh, and it's over on the couch, so let me pause it. I'll go grab it. Okay, so this last one is basically the start of my next Cooperspur pullover. And I decided, I don't carry Brooklyn tweed in the shop, so I wanted to have a sample knit up in some yarn that I actually carried in the shop. So I have some Fibre Company Canopy Fingering, which is a baby alpaca, bamboo, and merino blend. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head, because of course I don't have the ball band, what the specific ratios are, but this is in the Sasparilla colorway. It's just this lovely brown, and I've been looking at this brown for a sweater for a really long time, so I went ahead and bought some. I don't normally do brown, even though like I think brown looks really nice on me. I'm more go for grays and stuff, and I think it's because I find brown hard to pair with other stuff in my wardrobe, even though it's like a neutral. Like you can't wear it really with black, right? Because you're not supposed to, at least that's what I was always taught, is you're not supposed to wear black and brown together. So I was thinking it would be really cute to get like, I don't know how this would look on me because I don't usually wear this color either, but like a mustard, like a cream long sleeve striped shirt, but the stripes being like a mustard color. If I can find that under this, that would look so, so cool. So anyway, that's what I'm using to make that next copy. I made the extra small. My waist is like 28, 29, something like that. So that worked for me, gave me quite a bit of ease. So I'm making the extra small again. It is a fingering weight. I'm hoping that my gauge is the same. I didn't really check because, yeah, I didn't do a gauge swatch on my own pattern. But this is what I got. I'm basically at the first of the repeats. I've done all the triple yarn overs for the cross, but I haven't done the cross row. The cross row takes a little bit more time. Obviously, like I fly through the garter rows and then I get to those 2 rows that are the patterned row, and it takes a little bit of time. So I haven't done that row yet, but that'll be my next one. Now that I'm getting testers out there and I've got it all finished as far as writing it up goes, I can start like really focusing on working on this one so that I can knit along with my testers to make sure that it's going well. So this is on a US size 4. I've got it on my Chowgoo 4, and yeah, I've done almost one repeat, not a full repeat. But yeah, see the brown, it's really nice. I think it'll look really pretty. I'm hoping it won't be too itchy. I'm not sure about alpaca. I have had other things that have had alpaca in them and they've itched my neck. And I don't know, like they feel so soft on my hands, but then for whatever reason, when I wear them around my neck, they bother me. But I'm thinking that this one, because it has the majority of the content is merino and the other part is bamboo, it shouldn't bother me that much. So there's only a little bit of alpaca in there. But very pretty, very excited. These come in 50-gram skeins. I bought 5. I think I used 4.5 for that of the Brooklyn tweed, so I'm hoping that I have enough of this color. So that's that. A lot of nothing in the whip department today. Sorry, guys. I do have a little bit of cross stitch to show you, because that's another thing. I've been working on the cross stitch too, because if I'm going to gift it for Christmas, I really got to get my booty in gear so that I get, because I'm quite behind on my squares. So this is the Into the Jungle. Oh, and it's October 1st. I should have gotten a actual email that shows me what October's is, but I haven't. So I think I went and like unsubscribed to them, which is so weird because I don't know why I would have done that, because I didn't get last month's update. I had to actually go to the link from the time before and was able to download the newest update with the September square on it. So I think I actually unsubscribed. I'm hoping that that's not a huge deal, because by the time I get to December, there's only like 3 more months left. So even if I don't get a new, like fresh link each time, I should be able to go through the old one. And if I can't, then I'll just contact the company. So anyway, the last time you guys saw this, I had switched to the sewing method and I was working on the little frog. Well, the little frog is done. He's cute. And then I started working on the tiger. Now, for whatever reason, the tiger, I got all confused on. I've had to pick this out multiple times. Super frustrating. I think it's because of the stripes. So that's where I've gotten on the tiger. I think with the stripes, I was getting confused where the orange was supposed to go and the black was supposed to go, because they really kind of like blend together. It's hard to keep your spot. So I finally, though, got the hang of it, I think, and that's where I've gotten on that one. So I finished 4.5. Maybe next time when I see you guys, I'll have 5.5 done. I think that would be great to try to get that finished, or at least work on it some more. It is fun. The sewing method I like. It kind of cramps my hand a little bit. I think it's because the way that you're constantly like holding like the fabric sort of bunched in your hand like this, and this hand gets a bit crampy. So I don't know. I might go back to the stab and pull method, or whatever you call that one, to finish, just because if it bothers my hand too much. I don't really care that the stitches might look a little different. They kind of do. You can kind of tell a little bit, but I don't think it's that bad. Anyway, so that is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, the Into the Jungle mystery crochet along for the year 2018. And I am plodding away on that. So that is pretty much it for stuff I'm working on, projects I'm doing. So the person who won That 70s Tee and Summer Garment Knit Along still has not contacted me. So if you aren't sure if that's you, go back and watch the episode previous and see if that's you, and give me a message on Ravelry or Instagram and let me know that you saw it. I'll get your information and send out the prize. If I do not hear back from the winner by the next episode, so probably in about 3 weeks, I will pick a new winner for that knit along. So if that's you, I can't really remember who I picked, but it's on the last episode. I will check, but contact me if that's you, and I'll get you out your prize. So thank you guys. It's kind of a quick one today. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you again next time. Bye.